Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This time we take a break from looking at a bunch of foreign releases, although we will continue with that next episode, to take a look at something that was a home video bonus item out of the US, actually a couple of those, that I haven't had a chance to show you in completed form here on the show. I've had them completed for a while, just haven't had a chance to show them on here. I've only taken pictures of them for a Saga on Home Video 2nd edition so far. You may recall that in the US, if you had bought Spark of Rebellion, right, which was that pilot episode, that double-length episode of Rebels, the initial releases of that one had this sticker on it in the US about how it's an all-new movie on DVD, but it included a free Ghost Ship 3D model kit inside, along with never-before-seen bonuses. So if you had gone inside one of these, this is what was inside. Okay, it's a paper model kit, kind of a cardstock model kit that says a 3D model kit Ghost, and this one is still sealed. Well, I managed to go and purchase another one of these, and I think I wound up also getting a copy, if I remember correctly, from Matt Fry, so it's kind of floating around. Any of the extra copies have now since been provided to other members of the community. But anyway, you kind of open it up, and the instructions are pretty simple here, right? Pretty straightforward. You got the instructions here in French, and you got the instructions here in English. Presumably it was also made available in the Canadian market, hence the French there. When you put it together, this is what you got. This cardboard kind of puffed out Ghost. Right? The primary ship from Rebels. Basically, a primary piece going down the center. There's actually two pieces together going down the center with two identical halves built out from it. So you would build one half, build the other half, and then stick them together using that primary piece here that's actually two pieces that are almost identical or identical put together here. Super, super easy to put together. Takes almost no time at all. On the other hand, if you had gone through and you purchased a copy of Solo, or pre-ordered a copy of Solo through the Target website, and you were a RedCard member, that is the special credit card through Target, sometimes they have special offers, and this was one of them. You could get your hands on a Lando's Millennium Falcon Metal Earth red model kit. There was a regular version of this. The red one was exclusive to RedCard members, and we've looked at the packaging and everything for these before. Inside, the nightmare begins. You have very complicated instructions, and you have a couple of different sheets for the instructions. It's like 2 sheets worth of instructions to tell you how to put this freaking thing together. And it's actually harder than putting it back in here as I'm doing now. I got some spare pieces here from another one that was starting to fall apart a little bit. But what you've got then are 2 metal sheets. And you've got to take the pieces off of this before you can put anything together. And for that, you're basically going to need wire cutters. Good freaking luck doing it by hand. Some of the pieces are ridiculously tiny. And what you're basically doing is you're taking these pieces with a, usually some kind of tool, and you're bending and twisting them. You're bending tabs into place and bending them so they stay, or twisting them so they stay, to put these metal pieces together into a little model. The model itself looks pretty cool when it's done. You have a little stand, red of course, and you have the Millennium Falcon, right? The Lando's Millennium Falcon. It's rather detailed. Teeny tiny cannons, teeny tiny landing struts and everything. And it sits basically on the little round piece. It sits there for display. Ooh, how fancy. I have never had so much trouble putting a model together, though I rarely put together models, to be fair. My fingers were killing me by the time it was done. This shit hurts when you're trying to mess with it by hand. I had to buy a special model kit, or a special kit of tools for models to be able to really get to it, needle nose pliers in a specific size to work well. And it was really a true pain in the ass to put this together. I wanted to put it together for the book. I want to put it together to show you what it looks like. My advice to you would be, look at it here. Ooh, pretty. For God's sake, don't try to put it together yourself because you're in for torture. These were designed for people who have much more patience than I, or possibly for masochists. I'm not 100% sure. Suffice to say, I will never do another Metal Earth model, ever. And certainly this is not a good place to start with Metal Earth because even on their website they talk about this being one of the more complicated ones. But it is technically a home video bonus item, so I wanted to put it together and show it to you here and on the show. You're welcome. This may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. And by that I mean not a pain in the ass to put together, doesn't cause you pain. This one does. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers. And may my sympathies go to anyone who puts together Metal Earth models. You have more patience and more resilient, pain-resistant hands than I do.